My name is Chris, and today we're having a brief chat about how I do reviews and what's changing with them soon. Welcome to the Vinyl Attack. A while back, Steve Guttenberg, the audiophiliac, made a video discussing the quality of products he reviews and went on to say that the vast majority of them are okay. They're not bad, they're not great, they're just okay. Actually, he may have simply said that they're good. I'm not trying to misquote him. It's just been a while since I've watched the video. But I think you take my meaning. Does this mean that we shouldn't want to buy them? Does this mean that we should hold out for something else or perhaps something better? Not necessarily, but it can make it difficult to do a review. You see, the vast majority of products we get are just good. They're quality products made by reputable manufacturers that perform just as they should. The problem with this, at least some of the time, is that we're always looking for something groundbreaking. We want the highest level of possible performance for the lowest dollar amount available, and that just doesn't happen very often. The adage of getting what you pay for seems to hold true in the world of hi-fi, at least for the most part, and when you're not talking about accessories. In having a conversation with a friend of mine recently, he asked me how I do reviews in the first place. What do I listen for, and how do I describe that to you, the viewer? The Steve Guttenberg video came to mind. Being that the majority of the products I receive are indeed good, how do I relay that information to you? From a very general perspective, I spend the vast majority of my time listening to the product and thinking of adjectives that aren't too repetitive to accurately describe what I'm hearing. Saying the same thing over and over doesn't do you any good, so the trick is trying to find a way to explain to you the sound of a product that you aren't hearing in person. I certainly can't play them for you on an episode because YouTube doesn't like that, but also because the sound quality wouldn't be anywhere near to what you would hear in person anyway. This doesn't make it easy for me. With this in mind, it occurred to me that many reviews can sound similar, at least with a sonic description. For example, describing the sound of a few turntables that are similar in price will generally yield similar verbiage, but perhaps one of them shines brighter than the rest. Would I recommend the others? Yes, I would, but not always as enthusiastically. So what's the best way to illustrate which of these turntables, in this example, I would recommend over another if much of the language is the same? This is where an older video by Taran, the British audiophile, came into play. Taran has been using a rating system that employs 3 categories to easily illustrate how strongly he feels about a given product. His system for a few years now has been recommended, highly recommended, and outstanding product. Taking inspiration from this, I thought a simple ranking system might achieve similar results on my channel. Taran wasn't the first person to use a rating system, mind you, and I certainly won't be the last, but it just makes sense to clarify my position on the products I review. So in optimizing a rating system that fits my review style best, I present to you the Vinyl Attack Seals of Approval. Was that too much? It felt like it might have been a little bit too much. At any rate, as you can see here, for the sake of simplicity, I've decided to color code my rating system using silver, gold, and red. I even created some digital wax seals with the show's logo on them. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this, except I'm just kind of excited about how they turned out. You may think that a traditional bronze, silver, and gold system would make more sense, and I can see the merit there, but in trying to make color-coded seals for video, the bronze and the gold were just too similar in color for my tastes. Plus, red is my favorite color, and it's just classy, so you're getting red. Now, let's break down what each colored seal represents specifically. Silver, clearly being the lowest on the list, are products that I think are worth your consideration. While not exceptional, they can still offer a good value for your money or a good product to fit a particular niche. The silver seal products will have solid performance, but generally some caveats that you will need to take into consideration. This could be a particular issue with a product that causes minor user frustration, an issue with the overall build quality, or even a product that is overpriced. On the whole, though, silver seal products aren't bad products, but you'll want to pay attention to the review to see if it fits your particular needs. Gold seal products will more than likely be far and away the most common products you'll find in these reviews. They are very strong performers with quality sonic reproduction or performance and a small list of caveats. Generally speaking, gold seal products will be a risk-free purchase, assuming you do take care to pay attention to the caveats I list. I would imagine this could range from things like price to things like ergonomics, remote controls, or even aesthetics. None of these things will affect the sonic performance of a gold seal product, which is what makes them such an easy recommendation. The red seal products, quite frankly, will simply be outstanding in my opinion. From their performance, to their build quality, to their appearance, to their value, a red seal product is something I would happily welcome in my own home and quite enthusiastically recommend to anyone. While all products have some downside in my experience, a red seal product would have a caveat that is essentially insignificant. Superficial things like not including batteries, a shorter power cord than I would like, or perhaps a design choice I didn't care for. Being as these things are all highly subjective, all that matters here is how great the product sounds, and a Red Seal product will be something that I find to be top of the line. So what about the lower end products I receive? The ones that I think are poorly made or simply unacceptable? Donner, Crosley, and Angel's Horn come to mind. Quite simply, I would not recommend these products to anyone, and they will not get a seal of any kind. While I don't enjoy having to make a video about a product that performs at this poor level, I also won't shy away from it. People deserve to know the specifics about these items so as to not waste their money. That's pretty much what this channel is all about. In addition to this, you may see other subtle changes to my review style in the near future as well. As time goes on, I'm always looking to refine what I do and, of course, improve it. Currently, I'm looking at putting less focus on the albums specifically I use for review and more on their sound as a whole. Instead of describing the bass player on 3 different albums at 3 different times throughout, I may simply group the bass performance of a product into one category. It would be similar with the mids, highs, and other sonic characteristics I find. I'm just looking at streamlining the review a bit and making the discussion of sonic performance less bloated. I would be quite interested to hear what you think about these new ideas in the comments below. Thanks to all of my patrons on Patreon who help support this channel. Thanks to you for stopping by to watch, and I look forward to next time.